Shalom. First and foremost, we would like to say, Call Elohim La, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, which is all praises to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, who's a so-called black man. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Barakathum, to all the Akim out there that's pushing this truth and sincerity, while Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Barakathum, to all the elders out there who labor in the truth and talk this truth. All right, this is the Akim from Philly. Okay, you have brother Nanakawam,
brother Yerami.
All right, we just about to go into the scriptures, about to go into these prophecies, current events that's going on around the world right now. Okay, because as you know, as everybody knows, you got the U.S. Okay, you got the United States. Here they are, it's causing trouble again. Which yesterday I just did a video on it. Let me pull it up. I just did a video on the U.S. yesterday, and it was entitled "America has been at war 93% of the time since her conception." So since 1776, America has been at war 93% of the time that it's been on the earth, man. Give me Psalms 11:4 real quick. That just shows you that America is a warmongering nation, okay? And that further proves that Babylon the Great is indeed America, man. Or America is Babylon the Great. When you read the Bible, the virgin daughter of Babylon, that's dealing with America, okay? When you read in Jeremiah 50 where it talks about the hammer of the earth, that's talking about America. But give me Psalms 11 and read verse 5, not verse 4, verse 5.
Come the book of Psalms, chapter 11, verse 5.
Yep.
The Lord tireth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth.
See, but the wicked and what it says?
His soul he hateth.
Another one says, and love of war.
No, it says that love of violence.
Oh yeah, that love of violence. Go ahead.
His soul hateth war. Verse 6.
Oh, yeah, that's it. So you see that? So the Most High hates a person that just love violence. And that's America. America love violence. Why is America, when there's war, right? When you hear of war, America is always on the front line of it. America is always on the front line of it. America love war. So people talking about God bless America. The Most High ain't blessing America. The God of the Bible isn't blessing America. The God of the Bible is about to bring America to an end.
Right. Destruction
is coming. You have a precept?
Yeah.
I bring it up.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 21. And a great and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it unto the sea, saying, "Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down."
Yeah, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down. How is Babylon going to be thrown down? By thermonuclear destruction, according to the Bible. Okay, you Christians, okay, you Muslims, you Kemetic niggas, or Negroes, y'all can all try to run away from prophecy. Okay, but this is prophesied to happen. America is going to go down in the Third World War. Okay, with violence too. Okay, that's how America's going on, with violence. Okay, and just America is going to be totally obliterated from the face of the planet Earth. Okay, and we had elders that Ben was prophesying this, man.
That's right.
Ben was prophesying this. Okay, for years now. America is done. As soon as 2020 hit, you had killings, man. As soon as 2020 hit, America couldn't go one day without somebody getting murdered in a so-called New Year. And me and the brother was just looking outside not too long ago, and we just like, damn, man, like everybody's finished. Like the face of the planet Earth is as dull, as gloomy.
Right.
Well, like it's just sad, man.
So like it's just the spirit of the earth. It's just a gloomy spirit.
It's a mourner.
You even see the birds don't even be chirping the way they used to chirp. Like you would just wake up and just hear birds chirping. Like, and the birds don't even be having the spirit to chirp because it's like it ain't really nothing much to be joyful about. Like,
Yo, matter of fact, give me that Isaiah 14. Why? Is because the wicked is in rulership. Give me Isaiah 14 and start at verse 4.
kind of the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased and the golden city ceased?
Yeah, and America, Babylon the Great, is known as the Golden City, man. Okay, so everybody looks to America, or everybody was looking at America as that place to be. Okay, that pinnacle of light, the light bearer. Go ahead.
Verse 5, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked.
So the Lord has broken the power, because staff symbolizes power. The Lord has broken the power of the wicked. Who's the wicked? The Edomites. Okay? Specifically, the American Edomite. Okay? Read on.
And the scepter.
Oh, Salah. Not just the American Edomite, the European Edomite. Okay? Because you have the NATO and the EU that is reigning with the beast. Salah, that's reigning with the whore. Now, whore's talking about America.
Amalek.
Yeah, Amalek. They're in power too. Okay. Matter of fact, the whole entire Edomite nation, the whole nation of Edom, because Russia, they're their own superpower as well,
Right.
and they're Edomites. Okay. Go ahead.
And the scepter of the rulers. Verse 6.
But this is chiefly talking about America, though. Okay, because America is in power. America is in control of the whole entire earth right now. Okay, because they got their military bases everywhere. They get to go in other people's lands and steal their natural resources. Hey, how do you think the U.S. military got to murder the Iranian top general? They got military bases everywhere, man. They can just do that. But go ahead.
Verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath.
Yeah, he that smote the people in wrath. Ain't that what they just did to the Iranian general? We'll read that part again.
Isaiah 14, verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath.
Yeah, he that smote the people in wrath. And that's what America does. Okay? Within all the wars that they had, they smote different nations with wrath. Okay, starting with our people. Okay? Tribe of Gad, which is brothers from the tribe of Gad. Tribe of Reuben. All the tribes, they smote the people with wrath. That's that same little horn that made war against the saints of the Most High and made war with the whole entire earth. Go ahead.
The people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hideth,
Hindereth.
and none hindereth.
Go ahead.
Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest.
See, now the whole earth is at rest. So when the nation of Edom gets in subjection under us, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, the whole earth is going to be at rest. Pursuant to Proverbs 29, the second chapter, when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. Okay, the whole earth is going to be at rest when we get up in power. Okay, all nations is going to flow into us, like Isaiah the second chapter says. And they're going to want to learn of our laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay, we're not going to be, of course, we're going to be whooping the nation's ass in our kingdom, because, rightfully so, because Jeremiah 30:16 talks about they that devour me shall be devoured and whatnot, and all the adversaries, they should go into captivity. But we just won't wake up one day and say, oh, let's go bomb Iran for no reason. We won't wake up one day and just say, oh, let's go set the whole a land of Moab on fire. We won't do stuff like that. We won't poison the air. We won't poison the food. We're not going to do stuff like that in the kingdom of heaven. Maybe to Esau, but not to the rest of the nations. Read on.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet.
Mm-hmm.
They break forth in singing.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. Yea, the fig trees rejoice at thee.
Yeah, the fir trees rejoice. Go ahead.
At thee.
And cedars.
And the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
Yeah, since the nation of Edom is laid down, nobody has come up against us. Man, we ain't going to that to lay down. It means look, it means ravish. Okay, it means to ravish, and it says for rest sexual. It says for rest sexual connection. We know when we read about Babylon, it says that all kings of the earth fornicated with Babylon. You see, so even in our kingdom, the Edomites, their damn philosophy, their doctrine, it's going to be left alone from these other nations. They won't be setting up their unrighteous decrees and dealings with these other nations. Okay, and I mean, you asked something?
Oh no, I was just saying 12.
Oh, it's a lot. But then just going on a physical standpoint, it's not going to be any more war against the nations anymore. You see? So go ahead.
Kind of continue from 9.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. Hell have been is moved.
Hell from beneath.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Mm-hmm.
It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
Right. Has thou also become as weak as we? You, America. Read on.
Art thou become like unto us? Verse 11. The pump is brought down to the grave, and the noise of the bowels of thy bowels.
Mm-hmm.
The worm.
Jump to verse 12.
Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Okay, which Lucifer just simply means light bearer. Okay, and that's speaking of who? Babylon. Okay, the king of Babylon. Keep going.
Son of the morning.
Yep.
How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation?
Yeah, and the Most High, the Most High has a funny way of mocking people, man. Okay, and that's what the nation is going to be. Okay, that's exactly how they're going to be. Damn, America. That's like the bully from the block that finally gets his ass whooped. He's like, damn, he got beat. That's exactly how it's going to be with America, man. Okay, America got his ass whooped, and everybody's going to see it.
Right.
Everybody's going to see it. The other nations are going to see it. They're going to be watching on TV. Okay, the other nations going to have their popcorn. You know how in the TV shows, whatnot, somebody just so intrigued to the movie, they throwing the popcorn and they just throwing the popcorn at their face and not even going into their mouth. That's exactly how it's going to be. People are going to go out to eat, have a whole buffet. Like, damn, America's really destroyed. That's exactly how it's going to be, man. Because America just been that bully on the block that's just been pestering everybody. Like, come on. What did Iran do to America? And America loves playing the victim. Oh, we did this because of this. No, you did it because you're a devil, man. That's why. The reason why you do this is because you love war.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Matter of fact, give me Genesis the 27th chapter because I brought this up. Give me Esau's curse. I call it a curse because it ain't really no blessing, man. It's really not a blessing. It's probably like 40. You see? Yep. Matter of fact, start verse 39.
Genesis 27, verse 39.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him,
Yep.
Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth,
Go ahead.
and of the dew of heaven from above.
Now, really go into it. When you read other different versions, it says that Adonai shall be away from the fatness of the earth, okay? Because us and Esau didn't get the same blessing. So go ahead.
Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
See, by thy sword shalt thou live. So it's only Esau's nature just to be going around and unjustly killing with the sword. It was the blessing that Isaac gave to him. It was just in his nature, bro. Because when you go into the 25th chapter, it says Esau is a cunning hunter. And that's what Esau do. Esau goes to hunt and murders. You see? So it's just in Esau's blood is in his spirit. Just to go around and do stuff like that. Okay, but you have a precept?
Yeah, kind of.
I'll bring it up.
Verse 17, this is Isaiah 14:17.
Okay.
That made the world as a wilderness.
Oh, that made the world as a wilderness. You see how outside look? And they talking about this is the new year. Look at how outside look. Okay? But Esau made this place like a wilderness. We walking on concrete. It's the land is total famished. You don't have precious trees and land anywhere. This place is just a complete wilderness. And when the missiles hit, it's gonna be a desert.
Right.
Nobody's gonna be inhabiting America. Keep going. Or what I said on that.
Oh no, matter of fact, I'm gonna go up to verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Yeah, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? America? This is him? Because Esau, like in the kingdom, you're going to be abased, man. You're going to be so abased, it's not even funny. You're like, we're really going to see an Edomite in its truest form. In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to see the Edomite in its truest form. Hunchback,
right.
Chicken pox everywhere. Right. Not even chicken pox, some other disease. Some other skin disease. Hair all out.
So like in its truest form is Barney Ruggles.
Yeah. The Flintstones.
Their history is really a shame, like that they would use like their old relative ancestors' skulls as bows. Like they would dig out the inside of their brains, move that out, and use the inside of as bows. Like they would eat cereal from their uncle head. This is what's going on.
Hey, listen, man. Edomite is going back to its truest form. Okay, keep going.
Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Yeah, this is him. This guy? Go ahead.
That did shake kingdoms?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17.
It's a lot, real fast. Ain't going to the word shape. Where you at? Verse what?
16.
All right. Let's see. Make afraid. Make afraid, move, tremble, particularly through fear. You see how it's just going into the words. So it says, they that see thee shall never look upon thee, consider thee, saying, is this the man that did make the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms and did make afraid kingdoms? Hey, cause at first, before these other nations had got the equalizer, which the equalizer is the missiles, they were all afraid of America. But now everybody's bucking up against America. The scripture says in Joel, the 3rd chapter, let the weak say that I'm strong. Why? Because now they got the missiles. They got the equalizer. Well, America's like, well, I got the missiles. Shoot, Iran said we got the missiles too. China got them too. Russia got them as well. So you ain't moving the other nations with fear anymore. That's what America did, though. Keep going.
And verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
That made the world as a wilderness,
mm-hmm.
and destroyed the cities thereof,
mm-hmm.
that opened not the house of his prisoners.
Go ahead.
Verse 18. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie, and glory, every one in his own house.
That's it on that. But all right. So now let me read this. All right. So this is from AP News. Well, this is really everywhere. RT. This stuff is everywhere. Me and the brother was watching 3 videos on RT News. It was one on RT America, the others on RT News. And then you got the oil prices sky rocketing over there in Iran. Okay. So you know them guys in Iran is pissed off. Them Iranians is pissed off, and they burned the American flag, the American flag. And then you got U.S. allies is not trying to back up America on this. The Lord did a good thing putting this madman in office. Okay, the Lord is speeding things up, man. Okay, hey, we're really about to get out of here. But U.S. kills Iran's most powerful general in Baghdad airstrike. Like you know what that is, bro. That's like you're a part of a clique or a gang, right? And somebody take out your leader, bro. You gonna feel some type of way, man. You gonna be like, oh my mom, I'm gonna get them back.
Take out your head.
All right, that's really how it is. America has a bounty on its head, man. You know how when somebody has a bounty on his head, America, people wants to hit you bad. People want to take the horror out, the hammer of the whole earth. It says the United States killed Iran's top general and the architect of Tehran's proxy wars in the Middle East in an airstrike at Baghdad. And Iran is mentioned in the scriptures. It's mentioned in Ezekiel the 30th chapter. Okay, that's Persia. Now, Persia changed its name to Iran in the 1930s. Okay, all right. Let me just fact check that. Okay. Okay, when did Persia change its name? Okay, 1935. That's when Iran changed its name to, or Persia changed its name to Iran. Okay, 1935. Okay, just to prove that, I ain't lying. Jake. Oh, man, he don't know what he's talking about. That's how Jake be.
If it ain't got Will Smith, Beyonce, Jake ain't really trying to get jiggy with it all like that.
God. But it says the U.S. killed Iran's top general and the architect of Tehran's proxy wars in the Middle East in an airstrike at Baghdad's international airport early on Friday. That happened on Friday, and it's just now getting out. Oh, matter of fact, this came out yesterday. Yeah, this happened Friday, and it's just now coming out. It says, an attack that threatens to dramatically ratchet up tensions in the region. The targeted killing of General Qasem Soleimani, for pronouncing his heathen name wrong, Soleimani, the head of Iran's elite Quds force, could draw forceful Iranian retaliation against American interests in the region and spiral into a far larger conflict between the U.S. and Iran, endangering U.S. troops in Iraq, Syria, and beyond. The Defense Department said it killed Soleimani because he was actively developing plans to attack American diplomats and service members in Iraq and throughout the region. It also accused Soleimani of approving the attacks on the U.S. embassy in Baghdad earlier this week. And then, on so-called Black Twitter, World War III was trending. Revelation 11 and 14, because that's what's coming. World War III is coming. Matter of fact, give me 9 and 11 first, and then jump to 11 and 14. Should be 9 and 11. 14 verse. Hold up. Hold on, let me get it real quick.
the Second War?
No. 9 and 12, verse 12.
9 and 12.
Mm-hmm. And then jump to chapter 11 and 14.
The book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
One woe is past,
Mm-hmm.
and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter.
Right, so the first woe was past, which the first woe was talking about World War One. And there's 2 more woes hereafter. World War II and World War III. Now we jump to chapter 11 and 14.
Revelation 11, 14. The second woe is past.
So now the second woe is past. So the second World War is past. Go ahead.
And behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And behold, the third World War is coming quickly. World War III is on its way, man. Destruction is on its way. Give me 2 Ezra 7 and verse give me verse 43. Because people think, oh, we about to spend another 10, 20 years in this place. This place is finished. This place is through the roof. Stick a fork in this place. Go ahead, bro.
Come the book of 2 Ezra 7 and 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
Yeah, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Not the day of peace. The day of doom shall be the end of this time. Okay? Nothing but doom. Okay, matter of fact, let's look at the word doom. When you hear doom, that don't sound too good. That don't sound too nice.
Right.
Doom. Doom and gloom.
That sounds like the end of something.
Exactly. So you go into the word for doom. To judge. Pass judgment on. Condemn to punishment. See? Condemn to punishment. Why is America being punished? First and foremost, you got the blood of the saints spilled in this place.
Right.
That's why you're getting punished. Number 2, all the nations are mad at you. Okay, and it was written that you was going to be punished. It was written the 4th time that America was going to be destroyed. Okay, simple as that. Okay, but the simplest answer is because the Heavenly Father just wants to, because America's wicked. Number confusion in this place. America, a big circus like this needs to be destroyed. It's like a bad show on TV. Like, yo, why is it still going? It's not getting no views. It sucks. Same thing with America. It sucks. Everybody wants to move out of America. Okay, the dollar is dropping. Like, the dollar sucks. Okay, it's paper money.
Other nations want to raise up their dollar.
Exactly.
And rightfully so. Because why should I honor your dollar in my country?
Mm-hmm.
But this is what America do. Like, it perpetuates their rulership in other lands. Like, they tell you how to rule your land, on how to not have
a democracy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That your women can wear pants. Like, if a country want their women to wear dresses, like, who is you to say, like, y'all not liberated?
Mm-hmm. Homosexuals. Okay. The reason why Jamaica calmed down on killing homosexuals is because they receive aid from because they receive aid from America. If they wanted to go all out like they used to do in the past, they would stop getting America's aid. So that's why they ain't really put in homosexuals or bati boys to death like that and down there in Jamaica. See?
And so like America paid for their crimes because they go into other countries talking about the inhumane and atrocities that they put in the people of their lands through all the poisons and stuff that they're giving. But yet they put in chemtrails. They got Flint, Michigan still, to my understanding, still don't have clean drinking water. Like, but then you go around and you tell the other country, yo, like you abusing the people of your land. How about you get your home right? Like how you get your country right? Like, but then you worry about your backyard. I mean, you worry about somebody else's backyard. You don't take a look at yourself. Actually, what the Bible tell you to do, but what you say in God we trust. But actually, in God, you don't trust. You actually go against God in every time that you can. And in every change that you can.
Exactly. Yahushua actually said that you have the mote in your eye, Oh, no, you telling your brother that he have a mote in his eye, and behold the beam that's in your eye.
Right.
Thou hypocrite.
Right. Talking about a tiny speck in somebody else's eye, and you got a big giant 8-foot beam in your own eye. But that's America. It's a whole bunch of hypocrisy, a whole bunch of finger pointing, but it's never pointing at itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, America can never be wrong. Right? So give me Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, start at verse 3. All these prophecies is rolling, man.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3.
Yep.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
And what's the vision? These prophecies in the scriptures. Simple. Keep going.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie.
And we're at the end of it. Okay? We're at the end of it. We're at the end of these prophecies. Okay? The kingdom is almost here.
Right.
So brothers should be amped up, not in a lukewarm spirit. Okay? Because we all know, matter of fact, Salah, bro. Just go ahead and give me Ezekiel 38.
I'm in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38.
All right, read the verse, because there's a key point I want in there. Ezekiel 38, and give me verse. All right, just start at verse 2 for context.
And the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
The Son of Man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach,
Mm-hmm.
and Tabah,
Mm-hmm.
and a prophecy against him.
And prophesy against him. So what's this dealing with? It's the Son of Man set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog. What's that dealing with? That's dealing with modern day Russia. Okay, you can look on the map. Matter of fact, let's just look that up, you know?
Hey, because you gonna have, that's your interpretation.
Modern day Gog and Magog. Shoot. You go everywhere. Let's see. So, shoot. Look at this right here. This is Ezekiel 38. Gog of Magog invasion. And I just typed in modern day Gog and Magog. Look at what it says. Come on. And it basically says Russia, okay? You can look it up for yourself. Okay, there we go. Yep. It says Russia right there. All right. Let's see. Although they go off on, on the prophecy, but it still says that it's Russia. See? On the map right here. I got a witness right here. We're not going to lie. See that? Magog, Meshach, Tubal, Gomer, Russia. It's right there. It's right here on this map. There we go. There we go. See that? Right here on this map. So, then it says, read verse 2 again.
Ezekiel 38, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog.
Yeah, the land of Magog, not the people of Magog, because people will say, "Oh, Japhet is white, is the white man." No, it's just the land. Okay, the people occupying that land right now is the modern day Edomites, the modern day Russians. Okay, go ahead.
The chief prince of Meshach and Tabah.
Right, and Meshach is modern day Moscow. Go ahead.
and prophesy against him.
All right, cool. Now jump to verse 4.
Verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Now, why am I bringing Russia into this? We're going to see. Read verse 4 again, the top.
Verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
All right, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. Meaning the Most High is going to put that old Soviet Union Cold War spirit on Vladimir Putin to bring back the USSR. And that's what Vladimir Putin said out of his own mouth. Let me look it up, because I remember doing a video on this a while back, maybe about a year ago now. Vladimir Putin said it himself, and he's the chief prince. Lord willing, Vladimir Putin is the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Okay, he says that he wants to bring back the USSR, man. He wants to bring it back, and the reason why. Charge that up. And the reason why NATO was even formed was because of the USSR. But let me pull it up. Vladimir Putin. See, look at this. This one, 2018. Putin says he wishes the Soviet Union had not collapsed. Putin, before vote, says he'd reverse Soviet collapse if he could. Here, this is from July 21st, 2017. Putin wants back in the USSR. You see? Out of his own mouth. So that's what that's dealing with, okay? Well, putting the hooks into thy jaws is the Most High putting the spirit back on Russia to go back to that Soviet Union spirit, man. Okay? That warlike spirit. Go ahead.
Verse 4, in the middle of 4. And I will bring thee forth, and all thy armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with buckles and shields, all of them handling swords.
Yeah, just war weapons. Go ahead.
Verse 5, Persia.
Who?
Persia.
Iran. Okay. Iran is one of Russia's allies. Go ahead.
Ethiopia.
Okay, jump to verse 7, because all verse 5 is going to do, all verse 5 and verse 6 is going to list their allies. We're just trying to jump to the points. Go ahead.
And, verse 7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
And be thou a guard unto them. So, just to bring, just bringing that up, Russia is a guard to Iran, man. So you messing with Iran, you messing with Mother Russia, man. And Russia is going to back up Iran. Iran is like Russia. So we're just going to switch gears. We got this article that a brother had put in the chat. This is from January 3rd, 2020. The United States' main allies are abandoning Trump over his dangerous escalation with Iran. Okay, and we all know, or if you don't know, that America's allies is dealing with the NATO and the EU, which NATO and the EU, that's the beast, okay? And that's the beast right there. The 7 heads and 10 horns. If I get that, bro, Revelation 17. Oh, Salah, not the beast, but the 10 horns and the beast. No, Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. All right, but hold on real fast. Let me finish read this. Since the U.S.'s European allies on Friday warned against further escalation with Iran after President Donald Trump ordered the assassination of Iranian Mods General Qasem Soleimani. Okay, so they ain't trying to back this guy up. They ain't trying to back Trump up. Okay, because man, the U.S. just made decisions without consulting with his body. That's like a brother in the camp going off and doing something that he's not supposed to do without consulting with brothers in the camp, receiving counsel. Right. The scriptures talk about a man being a man of counsel, taking heed to good counsel. You see? But of course, Donald Trump is not a Bible-based guy, so of course he's not a man of counsel. Man just taking it upon himself to do what he want to do because he's proud. Okay, the little horn is proud, which the little horn is dealing with America, which Trump is the king of America. Okay, he's the ruler of America. But go ahead, bro.
Kind of the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
Yeah, that's going into the EU and NATO. Okay, go ahead.
These shall hate the whore.
Yeah, these shall hate the whore. Okay, these shall hate the whore. That's why Britain wants to exit the EU. And matter of fact, this is going to just further push Britain. This is just going to give Britain another reason to exit the EU because of stuff like this. Because the other nations, they're not trying to go to war. Them other Edomites are not warmongers like America is, like how Donald Trump is. But go ahead.
Right. These shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate.
Yeah. The NATO and EU allies, they're gonna aid Russia. Okay, the BRIC allies, which is comprised of Brazil, Russia, India, and China, Iran, North Korea. They're going to aid them and shooting missiles on America. Go ahead.
Shall make her desolate and naked,
mm-hmm.
and shall eat her flesh,
mm-hmm.
and burn her with fire.
Read on.
Verse 17. The Most High had put it in their hearts.
Why? Because the Most High had put it in their hearts, man. That's why. Because the Lord put it in their hearts. To do what?
To fulfill His will.
It's because His will. They might not be like, damn, why am I doing this? It's because it's in their heart to do their will. Go ahead.
And to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast,
mm-hmm.
until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled.
All right. So that's it on that. So that's what's going to happen in the near future. This is prophecy. Okay. The NATO and the EU, or EU and the NATO, which we can go into the NATO and the EU. The same nations that's in NATO is in the EU, and vice versa. There's few nations that's in NATO that may not be in the EU, like the US. The US is in NATO, but the US is not in the EU. Okay, but you have nations like France. They're in both NATO and they're in the EU. Okay, you have Denmark. They're in the EU and they're in NATO. So NATO and the EU, they're basically cohesive, man. Okay, they're like peanut butter and jelly. Same thing. All right. So now give me Habakkuk 2. Give me Habakkuk, the second chapter. We're gonna finish up on that. So prophecy is just being played out before our eyes. Give me verse 5.
From the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 5. Ye also, because ye transgress by wine.
Now, wine is talking about philosophy when you read the scriptures. Okay, different doctrines. Go ahead.
He is a proud man.
Mm-hmm.
Neither keepeth at home.
You're talking about the so-called white man. Neither keepeth at home. That's why the so-called white man had to leave out of the caves and take Europe from the dark nations, our people. That's why he had to come to America, steal that from the Native American Indians, the Seminole Indians, Okay, that's why he had to go to the island of Jamaica, remove the Taino Indians from there, bring them to Puerto Rico, so on and so forth. That's why he had to come to the west coast of Africa, the Portuguese, and still kidnap Israelites from there and bring them over to America and Spain and whatnot. Because you can't keep at home.
Right.
But Jake, when you read in the scriptures, we like to dwell in the tents. Keep going.
Verse 5. And can my fault, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and harpereth unto him all people.
Yeah, and heaveth unto him all people. And that's dealing with that's why America is known as what? The melting pot. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
Yeah, these nations. So now these nations take up a parable or a saying against him. Go ahead.
And a taunting parable against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Yeah, woe to him that increases which is not his. America, everything that America has is not theirs.
Right.
They stole it. All the natural resources that America has accumulated since its conception, it's all stolen.
Right.
They don't work for anything. The only hard work they do is murdering. Go ahead.
Right. And to him that leadeth himself with thick clay.
Yeah, thick clay. When you go into the Hebrew, it means heavy debt. Heavy debts. That's why America is over $23 trillion in debt. So that's what that's what it means by ladeth himself with thick clay. It means heavy debt. The national debt is through the roof. What you say, bro?
Oh no, kind of, and I'm rising too.
Yeah, and it's still rising. Shoot, it's probably, matter of fact, let's check it because I haven't checked it in a while.
And that's funny too that we even talking about this, because it's like, how can you go broke in a country where you print your own money, right? Like you're literally manufacturing your own money. Like, so if you go broke, just make more money, right? But this is just a deceitful society, because they keep money, like in the Fort Knox, they tell all nations, listen, let us hold on to your gold and we'll give you our bonds or our paper money that we made, but let me hold on to your gold.
And you know what? They can't make more money. You wanna know why? Because the more money they print, the more the dollar decrease,
right?
Because of this fiat currency. Okay, so they can't do that. Something that you can easily access. I mean, how is it rare? Now, if the dollar was backed up by gold, like how it was before the Federal Reserve Act came into play, then we'll be talking about something here. But U.S. national debt is over $23 trillion in debt, and it's going up. Look at that, bro. that thing is just going up all the way up.
That thing running on a treadmill.
Hell yeah, that thing is going all the way up. Nothing can stop because it's all the way up. Oh boy.
And the thing is that you can't even tell Americans that too.
Yeah. Because Americans are so stupid. Americans are the dumbest people on the planet Earth. I hope you know this. Americans are the dumbest people on the planet Earth. Period. Y'all are so stupid. Y'all are so oblivious to what's going on. That's why that's why they can pass all types of bills and you people don't know about it. Because you guys don't check nothing. What does the average American do when they wake up? I know. You go on your phone, you go on Instagram.
Right.
That's what you do. Or go on Facebook. That's what you do. You don't check the news to see what's going on. You hop right on social media as soon as you wake up. You guys don't have a brain.
kind of you check how much likes you got, see who thumbed up, give you a smiley face on a post.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's sad because it's like that's what motivates you. That's what put fuel under your fire. Like, I mean, so imagine when you stop getting them thumbs up. Imagine when you stop getting them likes. Like, now you destroyed because you built everything on a lie. You built your reputation off of how many friends you had, and it's only based upon, right, a status, right? And most of your friends, about 95, like 99% of your friends, they're not really your friends. like they're internet associates, right? They're not even internet friends because they can unfriend you and unlike you, just like how I may do. Like you have the option to unfriend or unlike somebody. So this is not even a friend. Like
the whole earth lies in darkness. Keep going, bro.
Kind of verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and await that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for bids,
What, booty?
Booties.
You right. Yep, booties.
Booties unto thee, unto them. Verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations. Read on.
And the raiment of the people shall spoil thee.
Yeah, the remnant of the nations shall spoil thee. Keep going.
Because of men's blood.
Because of men's blood, read.
And for the violence of the land.
And for the violence of the land, read on.
And of the city. And of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that covereth an evil.
What verse you at?
Verse 9. Woe to him that covereth an evil. Covetousness.
I want you to jump.
House.
I want you. Matter of fact, I want you to read verse 8 again.
Verse 8. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the raiment of the people shall spoil thee.
Right, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Go ahead.
Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
Now give me Isaiah 30, the 33rd chapter, I believe. Yep, verse 1.
Book of Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled.
So destruction unto thee that spoils, and you wasn't spoiled. Go ahead.
And dealest treacherously, and they that deal not treacherously with thee.
Right, and they dealt not treacherously with you. America deals treacherously with all these other nations, but they ain't do anything to your ass. So that's heavy judgment. The nations are mad. Because you dealing treacherously with them, but they ain't do nothing to you. You see? Like us, we ain't do nothing to Edom. But you dealt treacherously with us, so we're going to deal treacherously with your ass, man. We're going to put you in slavery.
Right.
And all the nations are going to love it. We're going to set up Hamite taskmasters, Arab taskmasters, and they're going to whoop your ass in the kingdom. That's why your allies are coming up against you, because you deal treacherously with them. Look at Turkey, for instance. Do you know how many times the U.S. sanctioned their own ally, Turkey? A lot. And they're supposed to be a supposed ally. Go ahead.
And when thou shalt...
And you know what? That's why every time Trump and Kim Jong-un of North Korea, they met up, Kim Jong-un always used to say, you can't trust America. You can't trust Trump.
Right. Slovakia, they got a saying America is little Satan, and the Israelis is the great Satan. And I think it's vice versa. I think they say Israelis is the little Satan and America is the great Satan. So either or, y'all both are the great deceivers of the world.
See that? Go ahead.
And when thou shalt make an end to dealing treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Let's hit on that. Right, but yeah, the downfall of America is imminent. Okay, and nothing you people can do about it. So with that, we're gonna say call Lawyer Al Bashim Shah. Shalom.
Shalom.